And hello, and welcome to the Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show. I am your host, Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell. This show, and of course, a lot of things have been making some wonderful, wonderful changes. So I want to thank you, Michelle, for making all of your changes to make this karate TV show, along with the people here at SCC TV, to make me look like $10 million in front of the camera. So to my Frank and to Michelle, I appreciate you guys so very much. I'm huge on praising those who are lifting me and uplifting me to be a better person, and of course, TV analysis in terms of being in front of the camera. So I thank you both so very much. This show is going to be a 5-part series on intermediate Taekwondo martial arts at Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts. We teach, of course, Taekwondo martial arts, which is a combination of Taekwondo and, of course, Shaolin Kempo. Let's get started. Taekwondo Kai. Taekwondo martial arts, once again, is a combination between Taekwondo and Korea and, of course, Shaolin Kempo. What many people don't understand about Taekwondo is that Taekwondo gets its self-defense from, of course, Hapkido. In Shaolin Kempo, it has a built-in self-defense component that are called combinations. We go from combinations 3 and 4 to white belt, 5, 6, 6 extension, of course, to yellow belt. And, of course, orange belt is combination 6B and 7. But this show, in the next 5 parts of this, or 5 series, is going to be on intermediate Taekwondo martial arts. We've done the beginner stuff. Now let's blend ourselves right into, of course, intermediate. We're going to start at orange belt, which is the last belt. And from white, yellow, and orange, we're going to end up there. And we're going to go right into, of course, Taekwondo martial arts in the intermediate. Let's get started. Taekwondo Kai. Kempo fighting stance. Now, as I just mentioned, we're going to go from orange belt and blend right into, of course, green belt. Everything is two-dimensional. Two-dimensional means I'm going to give you 2 different views. A front view, either a side view to my right or a side view to my left, which is opposite when you're watching on television. Okay, so here we go. Hands are up. This is called combination 6B and 7, number 6B. So I block to my right, I step straight, snake strike right to the neck. I reach out, bring the person down, rising sun, pop my hands up, left over right, cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. And all of these combinations have been proven. Don't ask me how they were proven. It's not that type of show. But these combinations have been proven to work, okay? I also have a book out. It's called Taekwondo Martial Arts, A Close Quarter Combat Art. You go onto any of my social media pages. It's right there on Amazon.com, Herbie Bagwell, Taekwondo Martial Arts, A Close Quarter Combat Art. So yes, I am published. God is good all the time. So here we go. Hands are up. Straight punch or a hook, it doesn't matter, okay? Now, from a side view. And I want you to see from a side view how this works. If I'm here, this is 6B, high strike, I just get there. I step straight, bring out, reach out, have them person by, of course, their neck and the back of their head. I bring them down, rising sun, pop my hands up, left over right, cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. Now, the Kempo fighting stance, let me just take one quick moment to explain this and expound on this. The Kempo fighting stance is open. My right leg is back or my left leg is back, and my hands are open like this. My hands are open because we have what they call, we have grappling, we have a jiu-jitsu, we have Chinese jiu-jitsu or Chinese boxing. The most common word, of course, is jiu-jitsu. You hear about BJJ, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but the Chinese have been around a lot longer than the Brazilians. Trust me when I tell you. There's a joke about that. I think it's very offensive. I'm not going to say it. But Chinese boxing has been around a lot longer than the Brazilians. All due respect to the Brazilians and to the Gracie family, I know half of the Gracie men that really came over here, okay, and made it what it is today, BJJ. But at the end of the day, even they will tell you that Chinese boxing has been around for centuries. Yes, it has been. So out of Chinese boxing and Kempo, we call them combinations. Combinations is more notably about like a jab and a punch and a body. You know, 1, 2, and a 3. That's a combination. But in Kempo, it's about disrupting the vital organs in the body. That's why Kempo is called what now? Kempo is a very hard style. Taekwondo is soft. But when you blend them together, you get Taekempo. I'm the originator of Taekempo martial arts. Hence, I have a book out. Once again, Taekempo martial arts, a close quarter combat art. Look it up. You can't miss it. Okay? So now here's a side view of 6B. So I high strike here. I step straight. Aya. Reach out. Bring the person down. Rising sun. Aya. Elbow strike in the base of the skull. Drop my left hand for any protection or lower extremity blocks or attacks. Left over right. Cat stance in the dojo. Fighting stance out in the street. Okay? Now, number 7. Number 7 is the kick that goes right to the neck. But I'm going to leave all these high kicks out because I really want you to see the technique. I'm going to go really slow, okay? Once again, every combination will have 2 dimensions or 2 different views so you at home can follow along, okay? So hands are up, straight punch or a hook, traditional training. I step into the punch that's coming towards me. Left on the wrist, right on the forearm. Watch my back foot and my left hand work together. 1, I'm protecting myself. I'm leaning back from my opponent, okay? And I kick, aya, right over left. Cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street, okay? Now, I'm gonna do it from a side view so you can see everything, okay? Here we go, once again. Traditional training, we step into the punch. Grab, grab, protect. I'm leaning on my back leg, but I still have control of my opponent by grabbing his forearm. I'm looking at my opponent right there. So when I do kick, right over left, cat stance, fighting stance, nailing the person in essence. A kick. Now, obviously, as you get up in age or if your flexibility is not good, you kick that person wherever you can put your foot on that person. I'm a firm believer that if I'm going to kick someone, I want it to matter. So therefore, I'm not going to do any high kicks like I'm in the movies. I'm going to kick from the neck to the knee, sometimes even the ankle. So if I'm in a fight, whatever, I might fake up and shuffle and kick low. It all depends on the determination of the individual, myself, and it depends on the situation that I'm in, okay? I give my students situational fighting. Well, what's situational fighting, Kyoshi Bagwell? It's simple. Situational fighting means what do you do in several different situations? If you're one-on-one, you focus everything on that person. You look what's around you. You always are aware of your surroundings, but you're focused on that one person. Now, if 2 people are coming at you, you have to literally take out the first person by any means necessary and never go to the ground when 2 or more are coming at you. You cannot go to the ground. It's not an option, okay? Let's move on. Now we're going to blend into green belt. The green belt combinations are called 7A, 7B. Once again, 2-dimensional. 2-dimensional means I'll give you 2 different views, okay? So, traditional training, cross block, back fist, iron palm, okay? That's 7A in green belt, 7A in green belt. Now from a side view, okay? Relax, Kempo's very relaxed. So I'm going to block, a cross block, back fist, my arm comes straight back as I'm going forward, iron palm across the jaw, okay? I'm in a fighting stance here, then I loosen up, my hands are open to go to the next level of safety, as I call it. Next level of safety, or your next level of defense. However you have to go. Everything is predicated on the situation, okay? If the situation requires you to go to a brown belt combination or a red belt combination or a black belt combination, my question to you is, where are you at where you have to use that level of self-defense? Where are you, okay? I very rarely venture out into places that are unknown to me. If I feel any danger, then I have to have what they call discernment or common sense on not to go in those particular places, okay? All I want is peace now in my age, okay? So here we go. Now here comes the second view. Again, this is called 7A or 7B, okay? Now here comes 7B, two different views. It looks about like the same technique, but it's not. Cross block, step and strike, come down, strike again, elbow strike, ki, aya. I'm going to move in such a way where I'm going to take the person down to the ground. I sweep the ankle, the person has his back on the floor, their feet are spread apart, my right hand goes crashing down, aya, right in the groin, pop my hand down to block from any lower or extremity strikes from my lower body. I lift, right over left. Again, cat stance in the street, fighting, cat stance in the dojo, excuse me, fighting stance out in the street, okay? It goes either way. All right, let's keep it moving. Now, a second view, okay? This is called 7B. Kempo is relaxed. So my hands are here. Okay, once again, cross block. As you can see, I'm moving away. I don't want that negative energy even coming remotely close to me. So my blocks are very hard. They're hard blocks. And if you do a hard block hard enough, it's going to hurt. So blocks aren't only blocks. Blocks can be strikes too, okay? So once again, block, step and strike, come down, strike again, elbow strike, ki, aya. The person's left foot is right there. The body is bending over from the elbow strike. I step out the way to get some distance, circular strike, right hand, knife hand strike right to the groin, aya. Pop my hands up, right over left, cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. Okay? Now, Q&A time. I had a question that came from Marlborough, Massachusetts. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. And the question that I received from this, which is a wonderful question, the question goes, Kyoshi, what is the difference between a pinyan and a kata? Very good question. Notably and historically, pinyans are faster than katas. Both require discipline, both require agility, coordination, both require an obedience of the mind to be able to apply it on the dojo floor. But the pinyan and the kata, that they both require discipline, the pinyan moves a little bit faster than the kata, okay? Now, the kata truly can be called a shadow box, meaning you're going to block someone and come around and strike, feint block, move forward. You can do all that because it's a kata. You know, like Chun-Ji and Taekwondo, block, low block, block, low block, block. When you see a boxer in the mirror and he or she is moving around, they're basically moving away from where they're punching. They're moving away. They're moving away from where they're punching. And they're in the mirror and they're envisioning punching and slipping punches, faking and bobbing and weaving and punching, or kicking if they're a kickboxer. The pinion is more of moving fast, is going through several people fast. So to answer your question, what is a pinion and a kata? What's the difference? The pinion moves much faster than the kata. When you see kata competitions on television, or most notably in a tournament, you'll see the kata moving in such a way where you can see every nook and cranny. I have some wonderful kata practitioner friends out there, Ariel and of course Joey. I didn't get the signed letter of release to mention their whole name, but if anyone in martial arts, you know who Joey is. You know who Ariel is. They're phenomenal practitioners in their katas. They're like world-renowned people, and they're friends of mine, and we just talk all the time at tournaments or on social media. They're great, wonderful, blessed individuals. So when I watch those guys in their katas, man, it's entertainment. It's like, wow. And they bring that kata to life. They put life in that kata. And that kata, you can see every nook and cranny. You're not going to see a pinion on a national stage. You're just not going to do it because it moves so fast. Now, you might see a pinion used in self-defense competitions, but you're not going to see it on a national stage as a kata where a person is actually doing a kata against someone else. So, thank you for that question from Marlborough, Massachusetts. Keep coming with the questions. I love it. Okay, here we go. Now we're going from green belt in Taekempo to Kempo martial arts. Now we're going to green belt and of course in Taekwondo. The green belt kata is called Wanyo. Okay, green belt. I'm gonna go real slow, use slow and low kicks so you can follow at home and you can see what's going on. Taekempo kai height, I bow, hands by my side. Taekwondo, Wanyo, Aya, Hana, left hand opens. I come up and I come down slow. Okay? Now, from here, I look to my left. I'm going to narrate this kata as I do it. 2 forearm block. 1, knife hand strike. 2, arm bar, lift, punch. Focusing on the first 2 knuckles when I punch. As I chamber, I'm looking towards the other direction or the other opponent. 1, 2, armbar punch, 3, looking downhill at my other opponent. Okay? I'm going to use low kicks, like I said to you. Kick from here, double knife 1. Okay? I'm going to come slow. Double knife 2. These are back stances, double knife hand blocks, and my thumbs are tucked in. So from here, and of course, double knife 3. Okay? I'm going to back up just a little bit. I'm in a back stance. My knife hand is right above my obi. My obi is called my belt. So here and here, feint block, spear finger, aya. And the spear finger right here goes to the neck or to the solar plex. It all depends on how tall your opponent is. So I tell all my karate school, all my students, when you're doing a spear finger, look in the mirror and go to the solar plex. Aya, right there. Chamber, my arm bar stays. 1, my back is to you only for a moment. 2, lift punch. 3. Again, focusing on the first 2 knuckles when I punch. Chamber, 1, 2, 3, looking down here. Now, I'm going downhill. So I'm going to do the move going away from the camera. I'm going to do the move towards the camera. Now that I'm here, I step out, front stance, middle block. Okay? Kick, punch, circular block. Okay? Kick, punch. Again, focusing on the first 2 knuckles. Okay? This is called a back leg side kick. So I'm going to turn medium slow, side kick into a 2 forearm block with my back to you only for a moment, okay? So now after I kick and I punch into a fighting stance, back leg side kick. So I come here in a chamber, kick, 2 forearm block, okay? Now I want you to see how we're gonna end this. So let me have my back to you for a moment so you can see once again, my right hand's in front, back leg side kick, turn, 2 forearm block, high chamber, look to my right, kiaite, aya, paro. Right leg, right leg. Wanyo, any kata that you engross yourself in, you have to become the kata. So therefore, people ask me all the time, Kyoshi Bagwell, what is your favorite kata? And I smile and I go, whatever kata I'm doing, that's my favorite kata. Oh, that's not fair. No, that is fair. Because if I don't put all of me into every kata that I'm doing, how can I give life and bring life out of that kata to show how beautiful kata is? Okay? So here we go. Once again. Now we're going to go on to green white belt. Green white belt is combinations 8A and 8B. Okay? 8A and 8B. Okay? Kempo's relaxed. Combinations 8A. I'm just going to back up a little bit more. Here comes a straight punch or a hook. It doesn't matter. Buddhist palm, I block, I grab the punch. Okay? Now, if it's a kick, obviously, we're going to do a block here on the blade of the forearm, grabbing the ankle. So either the ankle or the wrist, it doesn't matter. We do a quick snap kick with my left leg. So I snap kick, step, block anything that's coming to my lower extremity, okay? As I block, I'm still going downhill, back fist, I'm coming forward, ayah, iron palm across the jaw. It's simple, very simple, okay? Once again, now, let's do it from a side view so you can see what this looks like, okay? Again, I'm going to go slow. Self-defense time. Straight punch or a hook or a kick, okay? Now, let's do a hook that's coming to my face, okay? My first move is block. I'm going to help it get that way. Once I block, I grab. I call it a C-clamp. You see? A C-clamp. Block, grab on a C-clamp. I'm looking at my opponent, okay? Now, I'm going to snap kick, step, cross. Left hand is over right. I'm looking at my opponent. I'm going to explode up into that person. Come forward, ayah. Loosen up my hands to go to the where? Next level of defense. Okay? Always ready. I don't care if it's 4:15 in the morning when I get up in the morning. I don't care if it's 4:55 at night in the evening. People, it's not enough just to be woke. It's not. You have to be alert too. Some people, you're like the walking zombies. You have to be alert. You have to be alert. Awesome. Okay? So here we go. Now, that was 8A. Let's go on to 8B. Once again, every combination will be what now? Yes, two-dimensional. Let's have a two-dimensional combination display so you can see the combination in two different views. Okay? Hands are up. This is 8A. Straight punch or a hook, it doesn't matter. Okay? Now in school, I teach to come here, be graceful, and to block. Obviously, when it comes to self-defense, you're not going to do all that graceful stuff. You're going to just get there. But I want you to see how I teach it. Okay? So from here, I come up on my toe, block, grab, turn back. When I turn back, I have the opponent like this. The forearm is completely exposed. So again, block, grab, turn. 2 ki. Break, snap, kick, back, fits at the same time. Cat stance, dojo, fighting stance, out in the street. Simple, okay? Very simple. Now, from a side view, so you can see how it looks, okay? Here we go. Combination 8B. Hands are up, self-defense time. Straight punch or a hook, it doesn't matter. As soon as that straight punch comes at you or a hook comes at you, it's simple. Block and lean back. Absorb some of that power coming. Don't be so rigid. Absorb some of it. Only absorb just to get your balance. Because sometimes a hard punch or a hard kick can help you get balance. Some of you old head martial artists know what I'm talking about. When a hard punch or a hard kick comes at you, it almost places you where you're supposed to be. How funny is that? Like we get hit in life with something that's hard, it'll make you man up, it'll make you level up so you can handle it. It's no time to be a wimp. So we're here, so block, okay? Grab, turn back, it goes by quick, okay? Break, wham, right over left. Cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. Go to the next level of defense if you have to. Very simple, very simple. So now we did green belt, combinations 7A, 7B, plus green belt in Taekwondo called Wan-Yo. Now we did green white, which is combinations 8A and 8B. Now we're going to go into 1 pinyan and 2 pinyan, okay? Now, 1 pinyan is introduced in the beginner ranks. Between yellow and orange belt is where 1 pinyan is introduced. 2 pinyan is introduced on green white belt, most notably when the person has at least 2 stripes on their green white belt, at least 2 stripes, okay? So let's go into 1 pinyan now, okay? Take Kempo Kai height, bow, okay? Now you're gonna see just how fast a pinyan is to a kata to further answer your question from Marlborough, Massachusetts, okay? I step out, low block, look, cat stance, low block, half moon punch, turn, low block, half moon punch, cat stance, low block, okay? Half moon punch 1, punch 2, punch 3. See how my hand is turning over? It turns over to focus on the what? Yes, first 2 knuckles. Chamber, left hand, right ear. I turn, low block, half moon punch, turn, low block, half moon punch. My back will be to you only for a moment. Cat stance, low block, punch 1, punch 2, punch 3. Those are called half moons where my feet come in like this, okay? So punch 2 and punch 3. Chamber, both of my hands are above my obi or my belt. I chamber, left hand, right ear. I turn, low block, half moon punch. I turn, low block, half moon punch, okay? Hard chamber, left leg comes back. I come here, I breathe out, bow and say height. Okay, so now let's rehash our show for today. We went over orange belt, 6B and 7, blended into intermediate, green belt, of course, combinations 7A, 7B, plus Wan-Yo, blended in from there to green white belt, 8A and 8B, and we even did 1 pinyan. So when you're doing your pinyans and your katas, everything is all about discipline, focus, and concentration. My name is Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell. Thank you for watching the Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show. Thank you, and God bless.